Ам, Наш марафон подходит к концу, и к нам присоединился Дэниел Сатинский, партнер Russia Innovation Collaborative. Daniel, hi.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm excellent, excellent, and it's great to speak with you by Skype from Boston.
So you're in Boston. That's cool.
Yes.
How was your year? What happened, and what are you proud for?
This was a very exciting year for me personally and for our company. Russia Innovation Collaborative was formed with two partners, or three partners in total, myself, Cynthia Butho, and Christopher Stone. All of us are experienced people in business development. We formed the company, so this was a great achievement for us, but more importantly, we developed our working ties with the Russian regions. We signed an agreement with Academ Park in Novosibirsk to cooperate with them and represent them in the U.S. We signed an agreement with the Ministry of Industry and Innovation in the Perm region to do a study and set of policy recommendations to improve their innovation ecosystem. And I personally participated in a study of innovation policy, 5 countries around the world, and how that applies to Russia. This study was a team that was put together by the New York Academy of Sciences. The report is entitled Yaroslavl Roadmap 10, 15, 20. It was presented this fall at the Global Policy Symposium in Yaroslavl, and it's available as a PDF on Russian and in English on our website, on the website of the New York Academy of Sciences. So a lot of things happened this year. I won't even mention all the number of conferences that we attended, but I think we'll touch on that in later questions.
Yeah, I saw you have traveled very many miles this year.
Yes, 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 we have.
So what is the greatest experience? What you have learned from this year?
I think the greatest experience is related to this travel. You know, many years ago, when I first came to Russia, a friend from Yaroslavl said to me, one of the first things you need to learn about Russia is that Moscow is not Russia. And I think it's the thing that was reinforced for me through our travels to Yaroslavl, to Novosibirsk, to Perm, to our opportunities to meet people from the regions, particularly active people from Tomsk. It reinforced for me that there's a tremendous a lot of initiative coming from the regions to try and implement the president's call for modernization and innovation, and that it's not simply a top-down process led by Moscow, but there is a grassroots. It's larger or smaller depending on what the cities there are. It has a different shape in each city, but it is an important fact to acknowledge and to build upon for Russia in the years to come.
Yeah, Daniel. So you've been in Russia. You're not Russian. So you can take a look from not from inside Russia. So what is the most important and most what is the Russian challenges? What Russia need to do at the first time, at the first place?
Okay, let me just speak to challenges of that face innovation and small and startup companies and building those kind of companies. Um, the general challenges for the country are well discussed in other places. I think that the main problem, there are two main areas of problems for startups. One is that there's a lack of internal demand for innovation inside the country, which necessitates finding the source of demand in international markets, not just the U.S., but Europe, Korea, Japan, elsewhere around the world, and for Russian companies to become part of the worldwide technology markets in different sectors. Russia has been more successful in this in the ICT field because the barriers to entry are smaller, and there's an international culture in ICT that allows for software companies with products and services and related things to enter the world market. So there has been some success in that area, and it should be continued. I think in medical technologies is another area which seems that it's important for Russians to enter worldwide markets. The challenge is for particularly regional companies to understand what those markets are and to conform to them and find their place in them. But the fundamental strength of mathematics and certain areas of science will be important for that process to continue. The other main obstacle is the lack of commercialization experience, I would say. And this is a complex of things, which includes understanding how to protect intellectual property, understanding proof of concept within international markets, and developing a business model, not just a business plan, but business models that will allow these young companies to reach the next stage. In terms of finance, there's a hole in the financial support system, whereas there is some seed money and startup money, in many cases through the Bortnik Fund or others, but then for companies that have a longer period of development for technology, a 3 to 5 year period, it's much harder for them to finance that period until they reach the size in which a VC or an angel will pay attention to them. And that is an obstacle that I think needs to be confronted within Russia.
So Daniel, how many Russian cities have you visited this year? Do you know? Have you count?
This year, let me see. Okay, so obviously Moscow, Yaroslavl, Perm, Novosibirsk, briefly Yekaterinburg. Spent a good bit of time with people from Tomsk in Terra. Of course, in Perm we attended the Perm Economic Forum, so there was another opportunity to meet other people from across Russia. But in 2011 we plan to be in Tomsk, Novosibirsk, Perm, Chelyabinsk, who knows, maybe St. Petersburg. But at least for that, we'll cover at least the first half of the year.
Yeah, but can you tell me what your impression of these cities and what city is the most innovation Russian city?
Okay. By the way, I left out Kazan. So, I think all the places are different. I think the most, in many ways, the most developed is the community of small companies in Academ Park in Academ Gorodok, which is the new Academ Park is the new tech park there.
You mean Novosibirsk?
In Novosibirsk, yeah, in Novosibirsk. There is a community of small companies that has come out of Academ Gorodok, which we visited in July, and business competitions. Most recently, we were in Perm, and I was impressed there with several companies in ICT, and one of these companies was admitted as one of the initial residents in the Skokova, as a virtual Skokova in the Skokova Foundation that was just announced last week. And we were also impressed with the science-based medical diagnostics capability there in Perm. In Kazan, I would say I was impressed with the level of sophisticated support by the regional government for innovation. I did not have a chance to meet as many companies there. It was a short visit, but I think that there's a great deal of support there, as well as in Perm, I should say, and at the regional level, political support is really important for further development. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, thank you very much. So you briefly told that, but can you just tell this more with more information? What's your plans for the next year?
Yes. Okay. Well, we have a large project with PERM that I mentioned with the Ministry of Industry and Innovation. We plan to complete this study of the innovation ecosystem, which will include action plans that will begin being implemented in the first half of next year. We will be attending we'll be putting on a seminar in Tomsk for professors about how to teach entrepreneurship. We will be attending the Tomsk Innovation Week, or Innovation Week, I guess that's what it's called, in May. So I'm looking forward to that. And we plan to expand programs for university cooperation and commercialization between these regional centers and Boston and other places in the U.S. We plan to bring a delegation of small companies to Boston to showcase for the venture community here, and otherwise to deepen our ties with the regional centers that I've mentioned, and hopefully to begin participating more actively with Skolkovo and the virtual community of companies that's developing in Skolkovo.
So I would like to wish you good luck, and that you will have much enough everything to realize your plans. So, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you to you. And you know, one thing I left out is I hope next year we develop a closer working relationship with you and Unova. So I would also like to wish you all the best for success in business in the next year, and so personal health and happiness as well, which is also important.
Okay,
so, thanks for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.